Have you ever stopped to think about what would happen if you suddenly couldn't speak for yourself? It's a chilling thought, I know, but we have to stand in our truth and face the what-ifs of life before they become what-nows. Many of you think that reaching age 65 is just about Medicare and Social Security, but there is a massive piece of your financial and personal security that you are likely leaving to chance, and that is a power of attorney. Most people hear the words power of attorney and they immediately think of the end of life. They think of lawyers and sterile hospital rooms. They think, I'm healthy, I'm active, I'll deal with that when I'm 80. Listen to me, by the time you think you need a power of attorney, it is likely already too late to get one. This isn't just a piece of paper, it is the ultimate act of love for your family and the ultimate shield for your money. The fear many of you have is losing control. You've worked 40 years to build your nest egg. You've saved, you've sacrificed, and you've finally reached the point where you can breathe. But if you don't have a power of attorney in place before you hit 65, you are essentially leaving the door to your vault wide open. If something happens, a stroke, an accident, or even a temporary medical complication, and you cannot sign your name or make a decision, your bank accounts, your home, and your investments could be frozen. Not even your spouse may be able to touch them depending on how things are titled. Do you want a judge, a total stranger who doesn't know your heart or your values, deciding how your money is spent? No, you do not. A power of attorney is a legal document where you, the principal, appoint someone you trust, your agent, to step into your shoes and make decisions if you cannot. There are two main types you must have. First, the financial power of attorney. This person handles the bills, talks to the IRS, and manages your investments. Second, the healthcare power of attorney. This is the person who decides what kind of medical treatment you get when you can't tell the doctors yourself. Why 65? Why is this the magic number? Because 65 is the gateway to the rest of your life. As you transition into Medicare and retirement, your legal and financial complexity actually increases. If you wait until you have a diagnosis of memory loss or until a health crisis hits, you may no longer be considered of sound mind to sign the document. If that happens, your family has to go to court for a guardianship or conservatorship. It is expensive, it is public, and it is a nightmare that can tear families apart. You do not want your children arguing in a courtroom about who gets to pay your mortgage. The actionable takeaway today is simple but non-negotiable. You need to choose an agent who is not just someone you love, but someone who is capable. Love and competence are not always the same thing. You need someone who is calm under pressure and who will respect your wishes, not their own. Once you choose, you go to an estate planning attorney and get these documents drafted. Do not just download a random form online and hope for the best. Your life is worth more than a template. Once those documents are signed, you tell your family where they are. A power of attorney in a locked safe that nobody can open is as useless as not having one at all. This is about taking control of your future so that no matter what life throws at you, your dignity remains intact and your money stays exactly where it belongs. You have worked too hard to let a lack of planning ruin your retirement. Stand in your power, get your documents in order, and do it now. With that said, thanks for watching and until next time.